people want to be the best. That they're willing to do what it takes to be the fucking best. And you're gonna have to ask yourself, do I really want to do this? I'm gonna do this thing every goddamn day until I become successful at it. Shit! What's going on, everybody? We're here with a brand new goddamn YouTube video. It's Friday. It's a beautiful day. Sun's out. I have to go ahead and get some cooking done. We're gonna do a full day of eating here. I'm just gonna track along. I'm gonna make it quick. I'm gonna do some time lapses here so you guys can just see what I eat throughout the day. And that's what we got going. I gotta get back to lifters, so you guys will be seeing some of that. And just take you with me through my day. Well, really quickly, you know, just to give you guys an example of what it's like, you know, being a coach. And, you know, I coach for Flex Training Systems. It's a powerlifting team where we do squat, bench, and deadlift. And, you know, we use those three lifts to see what the strongest total is. And, you know, that's an actual sport. And it's a fun sport, you know. There's a guy, his name's JoeyFlexx. There's a couple lifters all over our team. Very, very well-known names. Amanda Lawrence, Russ Swole, Jesus Olivares, and so many more. And you know, they're kind of a big deal on what we do, and just to say a few names. And so in this process, you know, we have to really make sure we keep track of our food. We have to really make sure that we know how much fuel is in the tank. There's a huge process to this, and it's kind of like bodybuilding in a sense. Obviously, the eating is skewed differently. It's not as detailed, yet we still do have to be detailed because we need to know how much energy we have in the tank in order to be as strong as we need to be. So with that being said here, you know, there's a lot of effort that's put into cooking and things of that nature. There's a lot of effort put into the kitchen. And, you know, I'm just gonna take you guys with me, and I'm gonna show you guys, you know, the amount of calories I need to get in, how I get them in. Maybe there's some quick little perks and things of that nature. So, yeah, without further ado, what I'm planning to do today is I need to get some breakfast going here. My girlfriend was here earlier and she had already cooked. So what I'm planning to do for breakfast, very quickly, I'm gonna show you guys. I'm planning to get in some oatmeal right now. I'm planning to get in some eggs. I'm gonna also do one sausage. It's an Italian chicken sausage. And what else am I thinking? And I'll probably get some turkey bacon going as well. And yeah, we'll go from there. So I'm gonna let this thing keep running, and then yeah, I'll speak to you guys when I'm sitting down enjoying my meal. What's up, boy? All right, guys. So here we are. We got 4 turkey bacon strips, 1 chicken sausage, Italian style. We got about 101 grams of egg whites. We got 2 whole eggs, and then we got 2 everything bagels, or 1 everything bagel sliced. And yeah, so I was gonna do oats, but I think I got a lot of protein on here. So just to give you guys an example, the way my eating style is, I pretty much just make what I'm feeling and then I track it. Realistically here, I'm not gonna be eating all of this protein because there's a lot of protein to get in before training. I'll probably be eating a half to maybe 3/4 of it. I'm definitely gonna get these bagels in, and then I'm gonna go over and get some oats for sure, and probably have the oats to finish the rest of this protein. And yeah, if anything changes, I'll definitely update you guys, but this is what breakfast is right here. A lot of gains on here. I like to distribute the way that I intake my gains. Carbs, you can kind of just get in as many as you need. I like to get in a lot of my carbs in prior to training. So today's gonna be a later training day for sure. So, but yeah, this is where we're at. I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy this meal, and then I'll get back to you guys. All right, get this food in. Oh, here's another thing. So I'm not gonna go ahead and market this brand, but this is 0 calorie sweet tea. 0 calorie sweet tea. Sometimes when I want to eat my carbs and get most of my carbs in through eating them, it just fuels my sessions a whole lot better. So there's only particular times where I'll drink quick sugars, and I make sure I'm selective with that. So, but yeah, just making sure that I go ahead and track that with you guys as well. I got a little bit of ketchup on here, 2 tablespoons of ketchup, and yeah, we're gonna get to this meal and catch up with you guys. All right, this is where we're at. This is what we got. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this in the microwave, and now it's gonna be time to get to some work on this good old laptop, and yeah. So I'm actually gonna talk to you guys really quickly. A lot of my lifters, my powerlifters, my athletes, those who I work with in the sport of powerlifting, they ask me a lot about, you know, like they'll see sometimes on social media, you know, I'll be up at all hours of the day, all hours of the night, all hours of the morning, and they always ask, you know, what's your sleep schedule like? Like, you know, sleep is a huge part of recovery. Sleep is a huge part of, you know, getting stronger, allowing the muscles to grow, allowing the muscles to heal, letting the body to heal and recover. Sorry, if you guys hear any screeches, I got pugs over here. I'll show you guys real quick. Here are my babies. You got Pugsley, Nugget, and Gurr. You got good old Drax. And you got Nezuko over there. That's mommy, this is daddy, and these little bad old children. So anyways, getting back to what I was talking about, you know, how do I get my sleep in? You know, how am I able to, we always preach, you know, as coaches, you know, sleep is everything according, you know, in addition to nutrition, hydration, sodium intake, all the things. There's just so much, I can go on forever. And really my schedule is, you know, my training is extremely important to me. I love training. I want to be great at what I do, but I have a responsibility as a coach. And so I always have to make sure that I have my people set up to where they can train for the day. I also have multiple forms of communication open, lines of communication open in case they need me in emergency. The phone is always going off. You can see the notifications. That's just a little right now. It's gonna blow up for sure. I could have as many as 40 people at once hitting me up in the same hour. And so, you know, that's just an example. And, you know, trying to just say the least here, my sleep schedule, like for instance, I went to bed the past 3 days. I went to sleep at 5:30 a.m., past 6 a.m., and then last night was 4 a.m. So in order to make sure that I get my sleep, if I go to sleep at 6 a.m., then I'm not waking up at least until 12 p.m., sometimes 2 p.m. Like, it just depends on what kind of training day it is. I try to keep my schedule as consistent as possible, but just with the amount of volume and work that I have, I'm the type of person that I tell myself, if someone needs a training program, if someone needs work, I'm not going to sleep until I at least put some form of work up for them so that they don't miss out on the training sessions. And I have a system I've created where I'm able to get back to my lifters, you know, as soon as possible. So yeah, that's kind of my system. So really, you know, just in a nutshell, I prioritize my team. My team is everything. I want to make sure that we're doing everything that we need to do from a week-to-week basis to be the best as we can. We have Mega Nationals coming up. That's the literal name for it. That's the literal name for Mega Nationals. Stop. And so yeah, almost coming up on 3 years coaching for Flex Training Systems, and it's really cool because a lot of the lifters, all the lifters that I work with, they have no names, if you will. Obviously they have names, but they're in the process of making names for themselves. So to be with having a surplus of lifters and being able to just kind of groom them from the bottom up and work together, because myself as a coach, I have things to prove as well, and it's more so for me because I have pride. I'm motivated. I'm highly competitive. I come from a 12-year playing football background, a 4-year high school football coaching background. I've played at all levels of football, and the burning desire to be great, it's just something it's innate, like it's just in me. And as a result, a lot of times, for this phase and period that I am in right now, in terms of being a 300-pounder walking around like this, it's even hard for me, being big body, to get in this many calories, get in this many carbs, fats, proteins. And I really have to pace myself out throughout the hours in the day. I gotta be really mindful of time. I knocked out a lot of messages right now. I'm very happy about just kind of getting the system back going as far as coaching goes, and I kept mindful of time. So right now, I know that when I do 2 servings of oats, it's very filling. Carbs don't necessarily, especially whole food carbs, they don't feel that bloating at all. But the meal that I had for breakfast had butter, had egg yolks, had fats from the chicken sausage. The turkey sausage was very lean. It was literally 1 gram of fat per serving. So that was awesome. So fats, oils, omega-3s, they tend to, for me at least, make me a little bit more, I'm not gassy, but I can feel the bloat, if you will. So there's a degree of gassy, if you will. But I'm trying to keep sodium. I have to bench today, so I want to keep some good sodium in me. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to serve myself 1 serving of oats. I'm also going to get 2 Chobani yogurts in. What do I got here? I got a mango flavor and a lime. So I'm trying to focus on just getting more carbs in right now. I'm also gonna try and finish that. I have a little bit left of the bagel, so I need to eat that. The little leftover, there's like a turkey bacon slice, there's a little bit of a chicken sausage, and a little bit left over some eggs. I'll try and get that done. I'll try and get that in when I come back from training. But right now, I'm just focusing on, I want to get more carbs in. So I want to make sure that I have more carbs, more hydration, and more sodium intake. That's going to really feel a big bench workout. I also increased my bench frequency this week during the middle of the block, week 3 of my block. Reason being is because throughout time, I took a break from so much benching. 3 times bench is a lot for me. I have smaller lifters that are on 4 times, 5 times bench, and even some lifters 6 times bench. And it just depends. Depends on a couple factors. But for me, being a large body, I need more recovery. So I gave myself a couple months off from benching so much. And I'm starting to pick it back up, especially as I'm getting closer to my meet. I guess I'll just go ahead and talk about that really quick too. August 13, Warcat up in NorCal. I'm gonna be competing. That's what all of these YouTube videos are about. I'm prepping for this meet. I'm trying to compete in the 100, and I'm going to be be competing in the 140 kg class, 308 pounds. And I just want to put up some strong numbers. I told myself this year I don't really care about body weight. I just want to be strong. Obviously, I'm trying to put on some compact, solid muscle. I do feel decent for being 300 pounds. But after this meet, I'm just starting to really feel that it'll be good to go into my next birthday and get lean. So probably will drop from like the 305 range down to like maybe 260, 265, maybe 255. And I just want to be lean and look good. And it'll be nice to see what I look like after packing on all this muscle under this layer of fat. But yeah, right now the direction is focusing on my powerlifting. And so right now I'm just trying to carb load, a little bit more sodium, hydration. I want to feel good for bench. So yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and make this really quick, and then I'll talk to you guys very, very soon. Alright guys, so here's what we're looking like. Got 72 grams of oats, poured some hot water in it, 40 grams of organic honey, and then we got mango and lime chobani. After getting this in, it's gonna put me at about 184 carb. That should be at least decent amount of carbs prior to training. I might get a little bit more carbs in. Right now it's almost 5, but this is what we're looking at right now. So I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna smack this down, get it back to a little bit more work, and then get back to you guys when we're about to head out to the gym. All right, what's up guys? About to go ahead and head to the gym. So very quickly, quick little plug. One of my people, shout out Izzy and his brother and the whole Body Art family, decided to very briefly announce that picked up with this little company, and you know they're pushing hard, and I definitely respect. I definitely respect hard work. I definitely believe in you know, working with your team, supporting your people and the people around you. And it just so happened to be that I have an athlete I work with where himself and his family actually have a supplement company. And so with that being said, the name of this company is Body Art, and this is their pre-workout. It's called Strawberry Daiquiri. It literally tastes like strawberry daiquiri, and it's really good when you mix it in with cold water and the pre-workout. I don't take pre-workout often, but I do take it weekly. And I am an advocate of pre-workout, especially when you're on a low carb diet, when your carbs are low, if you're not feeling groggy, if you need a little extra boost. Some people say that pre-workout might be placebo. Some people say that it works. Regardless of the fact is, I know that this tastes good and it does amplify and does help out my workout. So regardless of either claim, it makes me feel good, and this is why I take it. Another thing that I really like about it is that there's ashwagandha in there. Ashwagandha is an herb, and it's known to help decrease stress. And if that also helps with decreasing cortisol levels. If you're not stressed, then that, especially for lifters, it amplifies and allows testosterone to flow. It allows you to train properly. So if cortisol is low, testosterone is high, training should be high, stress is low, everything should be good, right? Just in general, if I'm just talking to you guys in layman's terms. So quick little plug, Body Art. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this in. I'm gonna make that, and then I'm also gonna pop in some protein here. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the car, see you guys at the gym, and yeah, I'm gonna make this real quick. I was running through the Asphalt!
Merci Asphalt.
Shout out to the
Merci Asphalt!
Shout out to my Ada family. Shout out to my Adas. Matt, what's good?
What's up, dude?
Hey, what's good?
How you doing? What's
to the
good?
Vlog, baby.
What's good, guys?
Young Drew.
I'm gonna watch myself in this vlog later.
young Flex extraordinaire.
What's good?
What it do? My man's Edgar. What it do,
You know
baby?
we out here pushing P.
Oh, we pushing that P.
Oh shit! No.
Okay. We got Mr. Barron in the middle of a set. Come on, dog. Let's get the work going. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Easy work. What's the word, brother?
What's up?
What's going down? Tell the people something.
It's that Flex Friday, bro.
Oh, you already know. Flex Friday. Hey, go ahead. Let me get a double lat spread one time. Let me get the double biceps. Let me get the there it is. What's going down? All right, so as you guys seen, quick little bench session, 4x5. Capped it off with 352 pounds for a set of 5. As I warmed up well, as I started to warm up, I felt my left pec, and this usually happens. You know, my pecs can get super fried, especially towards the end of the block. So I got to be very careful. Got to be very pocket. Got to make sure that I'm taking care of them, loading properly, being responsible on that end. So yeah, today was a decent little bench day, and I'll just keep it short. I'll catch you guys back at the apartment for some more food. It's gonna be a late night. I got a lot of work to do, so yeah, I'll go ahead and catch up with you guys back at the apartment once we get some more calories in. All right, guys, we are back at the apartment. Just finished the bodybuilding portion. Love Zoom culture. There's always great people there. Always able to talk and gain a lot of knowledge. It's always good. It's always good to rub elbows. I increased my bench frequency, and obviously with that comes more practice. And I'm really happy because with the knowledge that I have and just the tools that I have at display, I was able to correct some things that I needed to tighten up. It's super duper easy for me to get my bench, to get my butt flying off the bench. Just my football background, I have a tendency to explode, right? And a lot of lifters, you know, in powerlifting, they think about explosive, right? Now everyone has their own opinion, to each their own, but what we teach to increase your stability, to have strong stability, right? To be cemented and grounded. So that you can allow your upper body to do all the pressing that it needs to do, all the controlling at the pause point in descent, and then have massive press power, right? Without butt lifting off the bench, without it exploding off the bench, having your legs extend, right, and elongate. The way that I teach, you know, bench, it's about leg tension. It's about total body tension. I have a message later tonight that I want to talk about, because I think it's gonna help a lot of people, and it's definitely a genuine message. So right now, those are just some quick updates with you guys. This is definitely gonna be a longer video, so appreciate you if you stuck it through. Appreciate it if you guys stuck it through for this long. I believe I have somewhere between 1,800 more calories to get in. After finishing this up, I plan to get in some chicken. I'll probably do another sausage, and I'm gonna do some rice. So I actually chose and opted to go towards some, I threw some purple onions in there from earlier today. I chopped up. I got the sausage, I got the chicken, but instead of rice, I actually got some noodles in there. It's one of the few things I don't have often, but probably might have once or twice a week. So I chose, it's Friday night, chose to do this now because later tonight I don't want to be having noodles. I'd rather have like just rice, keep the carbs simple. And I'm probably gonna do some salmon, organic rice. And so if I go over here, look at my macros, after this meal, it'll put me at 207 protein, 284 carb, 15 fiber, 66 fat. So I'm gonna get a little bit more fats from having that salmon, more carbs of course, and obviously more protein. And then yeah, we'll go from there. I'm closing up. I think I only have like 1,000 more calories after this. After eating this meal here, I only have about 1,000 more calories. So y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna knock this down, and then I'll catch up with you guys on the next meal. All right, guys, it's currently 1:34, and as you guys can tell, like I say many times, I'm a firm believer that when you have a vision and you are working to make that vision happen, your schedule, your lifestyle, it will be unorthodox. And to say the least, you know, you're gonna be working at all times of the day, night, morning, all hours of a day. So with that being said, I'd like to say my last dinner in. After this, I still have to do one more protein shake in order to get 300 grams of protein. My body weight is about 305, 304. I actually hit 303 the other day. I've been trying to drop slightly. I'm gonna get this meal in. I've been getting some work done, just working all day. This is what my life is, literally. Like, a common day is eating all day, training, on a laptop, taking care of my pugs. And after this, I actually get a lot of walking in, but I do it like after my meals. So I'm weird, man. I can be up during the normal conventional hours, which would be like, you know, you get up at 8 a.m. Like I can get up at 8 a.m. I can get up at 7 a.m., 6:30 a.m. But that means I plan to go to sleep early. And that means that I'll, like for instance, let's say if I go to sleep super late tonight, if I want to go to sleep early the next day, that means that I'm not getting a lot of sleep, because if I go to sleep at like probably 3:34, 5, 6 a.m., that means I'm waking up at like 10 a.m., only having 4 to 6 hours of sleep. Go throughout the day, I'll feel arduous, especially arduous. I will feel lethargic, like especially carrying this big ass body around all day doing stuff, and I'll just have to thug it out until it's time to go to sleep. But anyways, let's get into this meal. So I have a all organic fruit smoothie by one of the local juiceries around here. This is actually my girlfriend's. She drank about half, so whatever's left over, I'm gonna call this about 45 carbs. This whole full thing is usually about 85 to 80 carbs. So this is I forgot, they give it names, like there's detoxifier, there's energizer, there's all these ones. Forgot the name of this one, but I know the carb count, roughly 45 grams of carbs. I have this sticky rice here, it's super awesome. I'm gonna show you guys these macros here. I don't know if you can see, hopefully you can. But a full bag is 0 grams of fat. You're looking at 78 grams of carb, and you're looking at 6 grams of protein. I've had some lifters ask me, you know, how are you able to keep your fat so low, carbs so high, protein so high? When I shop, I look for foods that have high carb. If it's got high protein, that's a plus. Like this has little nuggets of protein in it, and I try to get things that have little nuggets of protein in it with high carb. So like if I'm getting a little 6 grams of protein here, somewhere else, and somewhere else, with eating 5, 6, 7 meals in a day, including like if you include snacks in there too, my snacks would be a high carb, high protein, or a high protein, low carb, low fat meal. So I just always trying to get little nuggets of protein in while I'm hitting my carbs too. And I'm very strategic about when I get my fats in. So I got 78 grams of carbs here. This salmon here, this is 50 grams of protein, 10 grams of fat, 0 grams of carb. And actually what I'm gonna do, I do this often. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take spring mix, and I literally just take some of it, I slap it on top of this. One of my best friend's uncles introduced this to me. They're Nigerian, and the uncle would always make a stew. He'd make a rice and chicken stew, and he would always put spring mix on top. And it's really fire. Because it just gives it like that crisp. It's like you have the crisp of the spring mix, and then you have the hot rice with salmon. You could do it with chicken. It could even work with like a type of beef. And then what I'm also gonna do is I'm gonna take this Thai sweet chili sauce. It's 2 carb for every tablespoon. So right here, I'm just gonna eye this tablespoon here. That should be good. And so yeah, this is gonna be my last solid food meal for the day. You got the salmon, you got the rice, got this smoothie here, just half of it. And yeah, another thing that I've been trying to do, guys, is just through research, is kind of taking some nuggets from bodybuilders too, is that when I eat my solid meals, I actually try to just eat the meal first. It's pretty hard, you always want to drink something, but I try to just eat the meal for digestive purposes. And then I kind of let that sit for at least like 10-20 minutes before I drink something. And I've actually been finding that it's helping a lot with digestion. So little tidbits and nuggets. I'm always looking for ways to get better, and little basic things of living life, even as something as far as just eating my meals. How can I be efficient in that order? So it's been really helping me with digestion, especially getting this much food in every single day to be this big. It's a hell of a job. Obviously, as you guys can see, it's freaking 1:40 now. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock this out. It's definitely been one hell of a day. This is what my days consist of. So all right, guys, so here's where I'm at. Now I'm about to relate to a lot of you that struggle with getting in the macros and calories that you're supposed to get. So I'm struggling now. I am full. It is hard to finish this last bit. I knocked whatever's subtracted from this down in probably like 2-3 minutes. I was hungry-ish, but now I'm full, and I don't like feeling overly bloated or lethargic. Even though this is a fairly lean meal, it's only 10 fat, 50 protein, and 78 carb. But then there's about 45 carb there. Drax in the back. But yeah, man, this is tough. So I've been doing this for some months now, and every day, I have to recommit, I have to lock in. But I'm just trying to relate to you guys. This is work, when you're trying to put mass on and when you're trying to maintain mass, you're gonna find yourself putting in that work and staying up late to get these calories in. So yeah, just wanted to relate, just wanted to share with you guys that I go through it too. And when the time comes, it's gonna be with the reverse of this, where I'm gonna be at a very limited amount of calories when I work to cut after my meet. And instead of being, you know, full and struggling with being full, I'm actually gonna be struggling with being hungry as hell. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there after August. So, but yeah, I'm gonna put this aside, get back to some work. I'm gonna go do my steps after I've knocked this down. I need to make sure I get this meal done before I go do steps. So, talk to you guys soon. Plate is done. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this right here. I'll save these skins for my dogs. Gotta clean this. I gotta put these clean dishes away. It is now 2:58. I want a little bit more carbs in. I have half of a ginger ale here that I didn't finish from the other day. This is gonna be another thing that probably is not the best thing to have. What up, Rex? So of my entire diet today, those noodles in this Canada Dry would probably be the worst things I've had. And just kind of showing you the consistencies of my diet as of recent, the past couple weeks. I mean, before this, before I cleaned it up to these levels, before, like, those noodles and this would be the worst thing that I've had. Everything you've seen today has been clean organic foods, whole sources, and you know, that's kind of where we're at. I'm gonna get this in, then I'm gonna get my steps in, where I'll pretty much just deliver my message to y'all. And then the last thing that I'll take with me, because I need to wrap this fucking night up. It's been a very long day. This is what every single day is like for me, but we're almost done here. So, day is almost done. It is currently 3:35 a.m. I have probably done about 5 to 7 training blocks today. I've gotten back to at least 40 to 45 lifters. I got my training session in. I did a lot of eating today. I did a lot of cooking today. And so right now I'm about to get into a segment where I'm just gonna talk to you guys as I lift this heavy camera up. I've had some things on my chest and I want to share it with you guys. So, you know, first thing I want to break down is I want you guys to get to know me, and I want to explain to you guys how, you know, although my duty as a coach for Flex Training Systems is existent, and I'd like to say is, you know, it's a privilege and it thrives. You know, I'd like to think that I'm an unorthodox coach, and you know, I think life is about having fun. So when y'all see me in the content, you know, sometimes I'll randomly make skits, sometimes I'll dance, sometimes, you know, I'll just be myself, and I think that's what it's all about. You know, I've been fortunate to go through my process. My entire life has been sports, and I'm very grateful for that. You know, being very fortunate with, you know, having the opportunities. I talk about this often, especially on social media. You know, I'm very lucky to be where I'm at, to have the brother that I have, to be in the position I am. But make no mistake that I'm taking every single opportunity and I'm running with it full speed. Now, with that being said, in powerlifting, you know, you will see certain athletes, just like when I played football, that were incredibly gifted, whether it be genetics, whether it be skill set, whether it be leverages, Some lifters just have innate abilities. Then you add great coaching to their innate abilities, and then they take off. Genetics, all that good stuff, what have you. It's crazy because, you know, I share the same blood as JoeyFlexx. This is a guy that I just know as Joe. That's my brother. And throughout my football career, I've watched him do great things in the sport of powerlifting. I've been to many events with him. I've traveled with him. I remember this one time we went down to Compton, California, and he did a bench only competition that was certified. It was USBA certified in Compton, California. And it was interesting, for sure, to say the least. He remembers that. If he sees this video, he'll laugh. I've been with this guy throughout his entire journey, and you know, it's crazy because I share the same blood as him, and I see how special of a lifter he was, and or is, but he's like he's more coach, you know, coach vibes now, right? So he's more on the coaching scene, full super duper full time, you know, and he's created this amazing legacy, and it all started for him as a lifter. Now with myself, you know, it's a little bit different. It's a lot bit different because I have the same genes as this guy. I have the same genetics, but you know, I have to be perfect. I have to be perfect in order to be mediocre at the powerlifting ranks. You know what I'm saying? I'm a 300 pounder with a 600 plus pound squat, a 418 bench, and my all-time best deadlift is a 605. You look at what the 308 class, the 140 kilogram class is doing. These monsters are putting up, I mean, we're talking 800, 900 pound deadlifts, 5, 6, 7, 800 pound bench presses, and now I'm talking about less than 1%, but still, it's where my mindset is at in terms of expectations, in terms of the standard I set for myself, where I expect to be in terms of greatness. And so I want to explain that to you guys. You know, the 308 class, their squats are ridiculous, 800 pounds and up, right? And I know a lot of you guys set heavy expectations on yourselves to be great. But I'm showing you this because if JoeyFlexx's brother, who literally has all the tools to be great, all the knowledge to my expense, I'm able to call him up and talk to him or ask him any question I want to ask him, unlimited, right? Unlimited amount of time and just nourishment of knowledge that I am very blessed to have, right? Through his experience, through his trial and error. Even myself, I have to work. Look how late I stay up to eat, to get a surplus of calories in. How of a job it is to maintain this body weight. I'm taller than my brother, therefore I can hold more mass. Obviously, there's a long period of time of how this works because I have to, you know, I have to gain mass, lean it back down, gain mass, lean it back down, and over time, those periods and phases of recompositioning, it'll equate to something. It'll accrue, it'll accumulate, and this game of strength in terms of the SBD, the squat, bench, and deadlift, it is a game of patience, consistency, time, hard work, never-ending learning, right? This process can be tough. It can stress you out. I've seen lifters quit that had so much potential. But because this process was too much for them, they wanted quick success, overnight success. I've talked a lot before, and I wanted to, talk about how just through football injuries and things that I've gone through, surgeries, just bodies broken and beat up from a 12-year term and playing football at all levels. When my first year in powerlifting, I blew up on numbers. My best all-time rep PR was 495 for a set of 8 on squat. I hit 405 very quickly within months. And I shot up to a 605 deadlift. And then everything stopped. And the injuries, the trauma, everything caught up with me. And for 2 years, I did not PR once. No PRs. Body was broken. And I had to figure that out. I had to find that out, trial and error. I had to go to chiropractors. I just went to PT. I tried to figure out what was wrong with my body. Why did the progress stop? But, I'm sending this message to you all to let you know that, there's phases and there's times where I'll talk to my brother about my process, and he'll tell me that maybe I don't have the genes for the sport. Maybe I don't have the genetics for the sport. Maybe I'm not built for this sport. That's JoeyFlexx, my brother, telling me that. So, he's a great brother, don't get me wrong. He's an amazing brother, but he's very practical. He's very on point, and he's not gonna lie to you. He's gonna tell you the truth. And that's why he's great, because he gets to the problem and he gets to the sources. Now, I've never been coached by my brother. I've never had a block written by him. I've had suggestions, I've had advice. I've never been coached by him. And it's completely different, when you're getting direct source coaching, as opposed to here and there I'll ask him for some bits and nuggets and advice. But I'm here to tell you guys that even his own brother is not gifted, doesn't have it easy, in fact has it quite hard, harder than a lot of these other lifters. And if you can relate to this process, even someone just as close to him, for Christ's sake, we share the same blood, but I have to get it out the mud every single day. Look at me, I'm up at night holding this camera, tiring my shoulders out, getting my steps in. I'm getting my steps in because I'm in a surplus of calories, and I don't wanna, I'm eating more and I'm getting more steps in so that I can eat more. But I'm still tracking everything so that I'm balanced enough to where I have a surplus of energy, but I'm still kind of maintaining that surplus and making sure I'm not so sedentary throughout the day, because I sit down a lot. So there's just a lot of variables that I pay attention to and I'm really on point with. I deal with not being aesthetic. I deal with seeing my body and knowing that I could look so much better, but I'm sacrificing this because personally I take it as a challenge of the things that my brother tells me. And like I said, he's not trying to break me down. He's not trying to hurt my feelings. He's giving me the straight, honest truth. That's, you have to face reality in order to get the God honest truth. You know what I mean? Because once you understand reality, you then have direction and you can understand, okay, this is where I realistically am at, and this is what I'm gonna need to do realistically. I'm gonna have to bust my ass for a very long time and stay consistent as fuck to get to where I want to get to. And I really hope that this story resonates with a lot of you. I have lifters myself that I've been working with for a year, 2 years plus, 2.5 years, and they started with me and I was killing them on the squat and deadlift. And now a lot of my lifters are stronger than me, which makes me proud because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as a coach. But as a competitor and a lifter, you don't want nobody being stronger than you. I didn't sit, but for 2 years, going back and forth with injuries, I watched so many people throughout Instagram, social media just pass me. When I first started powerlifting, I was way ahead of them. And it's heartbreaking, but you know, it's about being fucking tough as fuck. It's about being mentally tough. It's about being resilient. It's about being hungry, you know. And a true competitor, someone who truly desires to be great, if it's really, really in you, you're gonna do whatever it takes for as long as it takes to achieve your goals. So, not even myself, who's so close to the great, right? Not even I have it easy. And this vlog, these series of episodes on YouTube, you can call, my aspirations is not to be an influencer, it's not to be a YouTuber. My aspirations is to create a legacy. And I'm doing this because I want to document that legacy. I want to see these memories. I want to look back and I want to show people, because I have a vision of where I'm going to be. And when I'm there, I want to look back to these videos to show you all, look where I started. Yes, I definitely had blessings, but boy, when I had an opportunity, I had to fucking work my ass off, just like everyone else, you know, and I had to stay as consistent as I could be, just like everybody else. And knowing that I have some help, knowing that I have an opportunity given to me, look how late it is. I've been up for the past 4 days. 4 days now. This is the 4th consecutive night I'm up past 3 a.m. and I still get my training in. I still take care of my lifters. I still take care of blocks. I get my diet in. I track. I do everything I need to do. So that's my spiel. That's my rant. Definitely got passionate there. And yeah, we'll probably turn this into one episode. Tomorrow I'll deadlift, and we'll show that progression tomorrow on another episode. So I leave you all with this message. I wish y'all the best. This is Big Body Ferrati signing out. To my lifters, I hope you guys can gain something from this. If you're not a part of our team or not one of my lifters, I hope this helped you too. And I'm gonna finish up my steps. I'm signing out with the calories and macros. I'll put them right below this finger right here. And yeah, should be finishing out roughly somewhere around 300. Once I track that, I'll put the details here on this video and we'll go from there. All right, y'all, talk to y'all soon. Much love. See you in the next one. Peace.